Hey everyone, I am going to do a video about TMJ. These are kind of natural at-home treatments, although I'll go into a lot of different stuff. I've had TMJ issues actually when my health actually got pretty bad. Since I was about 21, it hasn't really improved. Um, I'm not sure it's to the exact underlying cause. I have some theories, um, inflammation, detox, other stuff like that. Um, But anyways, I have TMJ problems on my right and left side, and the TMJ is basically your temporal mandibular joint, which is basically your jaw joint, which is right about in front of your earlobes, um, and there, I believe, the jawbone, it goes down like here and here, and then I believe there's a muscle that goes from here, and I'm gonna say there's tendons right here, and then there's also ones that go across here, and there's also some in the neck and other stuff that I believe also connect to and cause TMJ problems. Um, I don't know. I think there might be a hereditary component to it because I think my parents have had issues with it. My brother, I think an aunt, maybe some uncles as well too. Um, I know it can be a problem either with the joint itself, the muscles, or the joints and tendons. And sometimes it's a combination of all of them. I believe in my case it's probably a combination. Um, I do know some things, like simple things that they will tell you to do is use a mouth guard. I just use a regular one. There is like a more expensive one that's made out of, I believe it's kind of like some molded hard plastic, and they have to take a precise mold of your bite, which supposedly helps more, but I've tried one and I didn't notice any real difference. But I think really any mouth guard will really work. Maybe a better quality one may help better, but it didn't help in my case. Um, Let me see. What's the other thing? Oh yeah, removing your wisdom teeth is supposedly helps with that as well too. Although there is some alternative dentistry and biological dentistry that I've learned as of late, which is very new to me. Something I'm looking into. Um, there's several different things. I know chiropractors, they can do a lot of different things. I think they have like different tools and devices that they can use. Although in my case, with the insurance I have, which is Medicaid, they cover the bare basics and bare bones, really anything. So they don't cover chiropractic care. I'd have to pay out of pocket, which I can't afford. um, there is that route. There's also physical therapists, which are usually typically covered, even if you have kind of cheap insurance or Medicaid, Medicare. And I think they help to a certain degree. I know that when I first started going to first of them, I know they really like worked you over, and it felt like inflamed and like, well, from, I guess, sort of rubbing out the tension and other stuff. I don't know. It's lack of a better way of putting it. And it's different with everyone. I've been to one, I think the same clinic, but I've gone to at least 3 or 4 different physical therapists there, and they do a variety of different things. I've also picked up a few different things um, I think I got a massage once, and she knew some about that stuff, and also had a naturopath that she was also studying to be a chiropractor, and she did some stuff. There are some stretches and exercises you can do. I do, when I do my high intensity training, which I do fairly often still. I do what's called a neck extension and neck flexion, which is basically, you can do it with weight, typically, I suppose you could do it with a weighted band. I know there's some neck machines, but I've rarely, if ever, seen these at any gym. They may be at some gyms or rehab places. I'm not really sure. I've never really seen one though. But you can use what is it, basically like a weight plate. I'm trying to think. I think that's what it's called. and you can go forward and then the back, but you can also do it just isometrically by just holding it and doing this. You can also go to side as well too. Just do side to side, and that will probably help some as well too. But general, I know that even though it is problems with the joint, I know that like posture can affect it. The muscles in like your neck, the back of your head, and your shoulders can also affect that. So I do a number of different things. Like I have an acupressure mat, which I got from Bulletproof, but you can get a similar one probably from other suppliers elsewhere. You can lay on it and sit on it, but what I mostly focus on is I lay it down, and I usually just wear a shirt like what I'm wearing now, and then I have it lay back, and it basically they're like these plastic spikes, which you don't really want on bare skin unless they're on like the bottom of your feet, because they hurt. But it's basically, I have it so it's on, I'm laying on it, it's from the back of my head to probably about my shoulders, maybe a little bit lower. I have sometimes, although I put usually like a thin wash towel or something thin, just to keep like a barrier, protective barrier, is then just lay on it, so either the right side of my face or the left side of my face, and so it kind of takes away some of the tension on both sides. The problem is that a lot of it is just tension that's built up, especially during the night, and it's hard to really release that because your body and your muscles sort of get used to that. So you can use muscle relaxers, although I've had mixed results from that. There are some sort of natural ones as well too. CBD and also THC, I believe, are natural ones. They will help. You can just, I would say, if you're going to use over-the-counter painkillers, I think ibuprofen is probably the better one to have. Although you don't want to take it like for a long time or over time, because it does affect your liver. Well, I guess it's processed through your liver, and it can like kind of wear it down. So yeah, ibuprofen is probably the best. Muscle relaxers, I can't really think of. I mean, CBD and THC probably, I would say, in my opinion, in an experience, have worked the best. You can use stuff like iheart, or like cold and hot compresses. I haven't really done that a ton. You can, I haven't really tried it myself, but castor oil, the only thing is that if you have, say, hair, like maybe like a thin beard, or hair, like it kind of can get a little bit messy. There's also something, you can do it at home, but although I would advise it, I would say to do it at home, but or not do it, get someone that knows what they're doing and not do it at home, is basically dry needling, which is basically using, it's acupuncture, and using acupuncture needles, but instead of using them on acupressure points, you use them more on pressure points. It is relatively safe to do it, say, at home, although because they are really thin, they're about as thin as a hair. I have seen people, I think if I remember right, dry needling takes a lot less experience. I mean, I would say experience, but also training. I think, like, if I remember right, physical therapists, they could go like do like a weekend course, or maybe like a week or two course, and they are trained in it. Whereas acupuncture it can be like a few years. Although I have had an acupuncturist do it kind of in pressure points and spots in my face, and noticed that it was very tense all throughout. Anyway, so dry needling is basically in pressure points instead of acupuncture points, and some people kind of probe with it, and they kind of like twist it. Some people just let it in or leave it in for a while. I think I have heard it can help a lot. Although there are a lot of places, there's pressure points like up here, around here, your neck, and your shoulders as well too. Some other stuff you can do is simple stretches and exercises. Let me see. You can do. Let me see. You can do. Some of these I've learned from various sources, but you can kind of just get spots like in your pressure, like your temple, and you can kind of just rub them like that. You can do it kind of where you're right in front of your ear. You can also just press like a few. Let me see if you can see these 2 or 3 fingers, and put them right up here, and then just open and close like that, and you can do it on both sides. I've heard that helps. I've also do it like right at the the corner of your jaw, right below your ear, and do that. And if you see when I open, my bite isn't really aligned all the way. You can also, you want to, I guess they're kind of like isometric or resistance exercises. You can do them a few different ways, but you can like keep it still and kind of resist like that. And you can go like this. And you want to pull or push with your hand, but also keep your mouth kind of in the same position. Like you don't want to go like that. You want to keep it so it kind of builds up and releases that tension. And you can do it like this. You can do it kind of diagonally. You can do it side to side. And I believe someone suggested doing about 10 or 15 times each that way. You can also rub like right here. Do that. You can also rub either like this or right here. I believe the muscles on your jaw, I'm trying to think, they go up and down like here, and up and down right here. And I believe these ones, they go like this. They go side to side. So you can massage them kind of along it or across it. Like I've seen people do like this too, which also helps as well too. So yeah, let me see what else. You can also do like shoulder exercises. Like I know, I'm trying to think, maybe I don't know how I would show this. You can put your arm up against, like, say a solid surface, like a wall, a door frame, anything like that, and you can go like this, kind of like have your arm like this and push up against it, and it'll release the tension up here, and then you can raise it, and then you can kind of push against it and release some tension in there. And it basically releases, because a lot of people, I know when I used to do yoga a lot more, is either due to posture, because they're on the computer doing a lot of different jobs and other stuff, is people tend to lean and kind of slouch forward, and you really want to draw them back. So there are some yoga stretches you can do for that too. But that shoulder exercise, it actually helps open up, and I do a few. I try to do them pretty often, but I tend to usually do them only like when I weight train, because I want to make sure they're kind of loosened up. Let me see what else. I know there are some more extreme measures, like there are different surgical options. I know there's one where like they literally open up your jaw and then they like fix it. I know there's one where they kind of have like a probe, and I think they kind of like clean the area if it's like inflamed. Surgery is kind of like usually used as a last resort, and only if it's like really bad. Mine isn't bad enough that it's like my jaw gets locked in place or anything like that. There is some, I'd say, some mild tension pain, and I believe it contributes to a lot of headaches and migraines. I mean, it's not really a pleasant experience to deal with. But yeah, that's about all I know about TMJ and different ways of how to treat it and stuff. If I think of anything else, I am looking into some other stuff. It is a pain. Like, I don't know if I do it in any of my videos, but I do try and do stretches and stuff like that. Oh wait, there's one more stretch. Basically, if you want to go like this, kind of like, it's called a fish hook, and you can do it up and down, like here and here and here, but you want to like have your in between your fingers basically have basically your cheek. And I know a lot of times I think chiropractors and also physical therapists, they do like kind of inside work. I know you can kind of go inside with like one of your fingers and kind of rub around in there, and it will also release some tension. I want to say probably closer to probably your joint around here. But yeah, that's about all I know about TMJ and how to fix it. Well, not how to fix it, but different treatments and stuff. So yeah, try those out. Tell me below if you have anything else, because I've had it for like 9 or 10 years. I'm not rich enough yet to get some of these more extensive treatments or like get my bite aligned. Someone said that could help. That is one option, although that costs like thousands of dollars, which, you know, isn't something I have laying around. But yeah, this is a long video. This is like 16 minutes. So yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.